guys, here I am nearby a fishing pier right behind me, and today I'm going to be riding across the San Rafael Richmond Bridge over to Richmond. I got my bike with me. Oh yeah, hopefully you can hear me just fine. We're going to be using a 360 camera today to cross this bridge. Kind of a new feature for the channel. I'm really excited to try it out. So here we go. Hopefully it all works out. I'm going to be holding this camera the whole time. So yeah, let's get started. San Quentin is there on my right side, and we are riding forward. To be honest, this is now the second time I've been on this path. I rode it first just for the sake of getting it under my legs, taking it all in. Now I'm here with you guys. We're gonna be riding back over the path. But this is my first day ever out here riding this bridge. And we're gonna be essentially returning back to my car at Point Malate Park. Right away, we got some fishermen on the bridge here. Kind of cool to see. And then we're gonna be hitting a pretty steep and long incline coming up. What's up? All right. This bridge is 2 lanes, one direction, 2 lanes back, and there's traffic underneath as well. It's a 2-tier double-decker bridge. Started construction in 1953, opened in 1956. So what, almost 70 years ago now. This bike path was open as a 24/7 bike path. It still is today. So you could ride this thing 2 a.m., 2 p.m., doesn't matter. But here's the thing, you see on my right side, these are movable barriers. They have, as of about 2 weeks ago, they announced that they are changing the times that this bike path is available to be a basically Thursday through Sunday bike path closed at 11 p.m. From 11 to 6, doesn't matter what day it is, you can't ride this thing. This is the only resource for the people of San Rafael and Richmond to cross the bay. Without this, likely have to turn to a vehicle to get across. One benefit, this is a toll bridge. $8 to cross for every time you're in a car. Guess what it is on a bike? That's right, it is free to cross on your bike. You just got to put the pedal power into it. Here we are, we're hitting that incline I mentioned. Woo-wee! We're gonna make it up this. This will be the hardest stretch, headed in this direction. So I'm out here to play my part to encourage ridership for this bike path, this critical artery in this part of the bay. Without it, the bay becomes less accessible for sure. In October, the rules change, but it's a slippery slope. Because in 2028, they want to shut this bridge down entirely, re-engineer it potentially to support 3 lanes of travel, eliminating the bike lane. At the moment, the argument is to shut the lane down Monday until midday Thursday because they want a breakdown shoulder for cars. That way a tow truck picking up a crashed or stalled vehicle can pull off, and two lanes of traffic can still flow. During the busiest times, commuter times is, I guess, the argument. Well, if us as a cycling community want to keep this bike lane, this bike path open 24/7, we need to use this as much as possible. I am going to link to you some information to Bike East Bay, a really awesome organization that are essentially the stewards for keeping this bike path accessible and open. You can support them by visiting their website, donating, taking a pledge to ride this path as much as you can. And it'll also tell you more ways you can get involved. Woo-wee! I'm trying to tell you all this while grinding my way up this endless uphill. 5.5 miles long. San Rafael, Richmond Bridge. We're getting it. After this, smooth sailing. A few more up and downs, another incline or two, but nothing bad. Now, as I mentioned, I already rode across the bridge the opposite direction to this point. Now I'm circling back. I'm not seeing many riders right now alongside me. However, I saw dozens of cyclists the other way just before. So maybe we're hitting a bit of a lull right now. But I was happy to see a lot of ridership. Never a big fan of riding against the grain of traffic or the direction of travel. You know, facing buses and cars barreling at you, just feet away from your shoulders, your handlebars. It's not the best feeling. But this barrier to my right, even though it's a movable barrier, I feel safe. I feel safe still. Big advocate of what they've done to this bridge. And this has been accessible since 2018. You know, I guess they're given a 10-year window and wanting to shut it down in 2028. I mean, come on. The California way is to always push towards more lanes, more cars. Let's push against that, guys. If you like this video so far, please press like. Please press the like button. Subscribe to the channel. This is kind of like a second installment in a new series of me riding across different bike bridges across Northern California. Hopefully stretch that down to Southern California sooner rather than later. But here we are in September 2025. All right, guys, I've almost hit the end of this incline. Woo, that was a push. With one hand in the air. Woo, I hope the video turns out all right. You can see the bay to my side. San Quentin behind me, the correctional facility. Fun fact, another location that the legendary artist Johnny Cash performed in when he went to revitalize his career. He also went to the Folsom State Prison. Check out my video on that. Great to see bike paths connecting those two kind of landmark spots in music history. Way over to my right, I can see the Oakland Bay Bridge and Treasure Island. There's another bike path over there that connects Oakland, downtown Oakland, to Treasure Island, but it does not connect all the way into the city of San Francisco. I will have to do that one day. Maybe that's next. Under the steel structure now. Beautiful. Amazing, this bridge is nearly 70 years old. Spectacular. The fun fact, the Oakland Bay Harbor Bridge over there that connects Oakland to Treasure Island to San Francisco is the country's most expensive bridge to build and to maintain. Also a toll road, and so is the Golden Gate Bridge. So you want to get yourself to San Francisco, you got to pay a toll. Just about any way you come in. Unless you loop all the way down to San Jose through Silicon Valley and add an additional 60 to 90 minutes to your commute. Most people can't do that. You know, if this bridge shuts down its bike path, a cyclist is going to have to do crazy commuting like that. We're losing a direct artery route to these critical destinations. And that can't be the case. We can't have that happening. Here we go, we're hitting a downhill. Our first downhill. Back up a small little incline after this. Probably get a little bit of speed. Don't want to go over 20 miles an hour. Speed limit for the cars on the road is about 50 miles an hour. Bikes, let's keep it at 20, guys. Stay safe, all right? One thing I've noticed too is that the westbound bike lane opposite of me right now is wider than the eastbound lane. Maybe that's got to be because of pedestrians, for example, like what we have in front of us. Bike lanes, pedestrian walking lane, and there's a bit of a shoulder here where you can actually step up on maybe. Right below us, believe it or not, there's a tunnel under this bridge. So there's a 2-lane opposite direction way of travel below us for cars. There's no bike lane below. I'm much happier having the bike lane above, where we can have the fresh air, smell the ocean breeze, smell the ocean water, feel the air. Traveling by bike, so much nicer than by car. When you're in your car, you're just trying to get to your destination. This right now is the destination, guys. Look all around me. Passing right by Red Rock Island. Let me get a good shot of that for you. Hitting another incline, much smaller. We'll be through this and then onto the home stretch. Woo, this is a nice little workout too. With all these cars, it's not very peaceful. It's very noisy. But it's one heck of a workout. This just feels so freeing having this bike path on this bridge. If I lived in this area, this would be an absolute essential lifeline. I'm gonna fight for it. Even though I don't live in this area, I'm gonna fight for it for the people that live here. And for the people that just want to come and commute and have safe, accessible options for them and their family, their kids. People who don't own a car, can't own a car, can't afford the toll to go across the bridge. Amazing to be able to just get on 2 wheels and do it yourself. Here we go, we got some more bikers up here. It's happy to see some more ridership. Let's see if we can get them to wave at us. Woo. Yeah. Okay, everyone's in my lane here. Thank you. Thank you. Did she stick her tongue out at us? Guys, I hope you guys can actually see me here. I'm sorry if this has been kind of like top of my head type of view the entire video. It's my first time using a 360 camera, so this is the, I guess, what is it, the beta version of this type of video. Just trying to figure it out. So next time I go, maybe across the Golden Gate Bridge, I've got a better take on how to use the 360 camera. We got the using our Rode microphone here too, if you can see that on me. It's for better audio quality. We're trying to up our game a little bit here at Trails of California. Thank you for all the viewership and support. If you haven't yet, again, please subscribe and like to my channel. Please subscribe and like my channel. Ring the notification. You know the drill. You've heard it a million times. It does help me though. I'm trying to grow this channel to be a little more independent so I can do this essentially all the time because this is what I'm passionate about. Let's hope it all works out, guys. Home stretch. San Rafael, Richmond Bike Bridge. Let's go, guys. We've nearly covered 5.5 miles in what, 20-25 minutes? This video might play out to be kind of longer, but thanks for coming along on the ride. We'll wrap around to the beach park here in a minute and wrap it up. Can you see San Francisco out in the distance? It's kind of hazy out there. They call it Fogust. Foggy August. Stretching into September. Definitely looks socked in over there. I gotta find a good day to record the Golden Gate Bridge on a clear day. That is a rare, difficult thing to find in San Francisco sometimes. But if I'm gonna make the commute out there, maybe I'll take the Metro link down to San Francisco and do it that way. Hit the Golden Gate Bridge, tour around the city. As far as San Rafael and Richmond goes, I'm not as familiar with those areas, so I don't really know too much of what to tour in these cities. They seem pretty snoozy, just from my commutes around the area. It's pretty standard shopping centers and maybe areas that families live in. But when I go to San Francisco, I'll definitely take you around the city and show you some pretty exciting things. All right, here we are at the end of the bridge. And the path continues on off to the left. Circling around the toll bridge. Oh, it's getting quieter already. Brilliant. Oh, my ears. I feel like I'm gonna lose my voice yelling at the camera, trying to speak so loud. Here we go. Woo! Get into a more natural area here. Molate Beach. Point Molate Beach. In kind of an industrial zone around here, but that's okay with us. Along the Bay Trail. Woo! And then we just have to jump off the bike path onto the road. Just a little bit, not for long. But I'll show you how that's done. There's actually a car in the way, I see. Oh, maybe we'll be okay. This little yellow Volkswagen. Okay, yeah, we're gonna go to Stenmark Drive. And this road here gets a little rocky. There's definitely some potholes and stuff, so be careful. Be careful always. That bridge is so I will say, maybe I'll wrap it up a little bit right now before we get to the beach park, but that bridge, brilliant. Here's my reaction. Brilliant. I can't say it enough how nice it is to have an accessible path like that. I want more of that, right? There's a lot in the Bay Area. There's a lot in the area that I live in, Sacramento. hit this uphill real quick. I'm feeling stronger as I ride. Wait a second, that hill killed me. So much for getting stronger going up the hill. Wow. Rear view mirror. There's the bridge. One more downhill here, down into this little harbor. There we are. Point Malate Beach Park, Point Malate Beach Park. Heading right back into like a perfect parking spot if you need to commute, drive your car here. Woo, here we are. Made it to a real secluded, quiet park. If you need a place just to hang out and not really be bothered, I come over here. It gets you away from all the hustle of everyone else in the bay. So I guess that's maybe one of the key takeaways of Richmond San Rafael. Quiet, peaceful. All right, guys, we made it to the end of this video. Right behind me, there's the bridge. There's my 360 camera. And thank you so much for going on that journey with me. Hopefully I advocated for that path pretty well. And if you want to, please comment in the video below to help promote this video a little more to get it out to other people. That would be really, really helpful. In October, the rules change. You know, you're not gonna be able to come in here Monday until midday Thursday. You can just ride this on the weekends. So if you want to get on there to this bike path now, and you can only ride during weekdays, I'd say do it now in the month of September. Because after that, that's it, you're done. Oh, and I got some dirt on my, how long has that been on there, on my face for? Guys, anyways, we are going to continue this series of riding on bike bridges across Northern California, hopefully stretching to Southern California. For now, I got a big long list of things I want to hit. This was a top priority for me because of the timing. And again, I'll link to Bike East Bay. Check out those resources. And guys, if you come out to this bridge, you know what I always say, ride on and ride safe. We'll see you in the next video, okay?